The AT7, there's only one reason us YouTubers will ever play this tank. What is that reason? We're about to find out. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays and welcome back to another episode of Right Tank, Wrong Gun. And today we're looking at the AT7, but we're not looking at it fully equipped. We're looking at it fully stock, and that is with the Tier 5 auto loader gun. Of course, it has 10 shells. The DPM is not as good as the better gun of the thing, but it is a lot more fun. 10 shells that dish out 90 damage per shell. If you can deal damage every single shell, you're doing 900 damage per magazine. Yes, it's fun. It's fun. It sucks. It's everything put together. So why do we play this tank? And it's simple. You guys always request in streams for us to play the AT7 with the autoloader gun. And I'm not going to lie, it is fun. It is fun, but it sucks. The penetration is so poor on your standard round, which is why I carry a lot of APCR. Now, on my press account, I don't own this tank on my own account. I've sold it a long time ago. But on my press account, I have this. This is my standard setup. I have this tank because other than you guys requesting this, I'm never going to play it. And you guys never request for anyone, any YouTuber, me, Bushka, Skate, Pantooth, you never request us just to play the tank. It's always play it with the autoloader gun. Now, when you are bottom tier, this gun sucks. It does suck. But you are still able to penetrate heavies when you are using the APCR. But of course, your DPM will then decrease quite a lot. So when you're top tier, it's much more fun than when you're bottom tier. But I mean, at least you can still penetrate. At least you can still penetrate those heavies. Your armor profile is not as good as it once was, just simply because people know how to deal with the tank. But when you can actually get those shots off, then you are going to have fun. You're going to have fun. I mean, we just got 2 shells there on the T44. We are going to cap because, I mean, we go 20 kilometers an hour. We're not exactly going to start chasing T44s around. But at the moment, the T44 is busy with our TD there. So I am able to get closer to him, and I'm going to be able to start even using AP on this guy. So here we go. Let's dish out that damage. 282 we're up to now. 370. 451. Can we do some more? Of course we can. 616, 7, 2 shells left, and we've done 902. Almost spot on to what the average is saying. So 900 damage done to that T44 with 1 magazine. So we managed to pen every single shot so far, which is incredible because that never happens. That never ever happens in this tank. So I'm happy to die. I'm happy to die right now because we've done 1,000 damage. Yes, it's only been to 1 tank, but we've still done some damage, and we managed to pen a whole magazine. So I'm quite proud of that. So we are losing. We are losing big time, and we are down to 4 versus 5. There is a couple of low hit point tanks, but we now have an IS-3 pushing, which is what I said is not what you want to come up against in this tank. Now, for some reason, I have the HE loaded, but again, because of our Chi-2, he's managed to take the attention of 2 tanks for me, so I can just farm some damage. And you can see, with APCR, you can pen. You can pen frontally, sideways. We've done 300 damage there, so not so bad. But it is now only 3 against 4. Now, well, 1 against 4. So this IS-3, I stupidly went for the reload because I didn't have any shots, which kind of cost me a little bit because I could have taken him out by now. So now he's going to use this Chi-2 just as cover. And I honestly think I could have won this game. If I would have took this guy out sooner, I honestly think I could have won this game. On full hit points, we have 10 shells. And if we're able to pen, I mean, there's an SP1C. We can destroy him with 1 magazine quite easily. and without bouncing him. But with 3 tanks left, and with that IS-3 hiding, it gave them time. It gave them time. I mean, look, we can destroy each of these tanks with 1 magazine, but unfortunately for me, I'm just not in a great position with an SP1C behind me, the SU-122 in front, and of course the T-29 in front. So I am sadly going to die, but we still managed to dish out 2,100 damage. I think we've done pretty well considering we are in a tier 8 game, using a tier 5 gun. So you're not always going to do big damage. You're not going to do massive damage in this tank. If you can manage to dish out 3k damage with this gun, then I'll be super impressed. But we are going to watch another game now. Same map, but this time we're top tier. And this is what I'm saying. The difference between being bottom tier and top tier is massive. And when there is only 2 tier 7s and the rest are tier 6, that is absolutely lovely for me to see that, because I should be able to pen almost anything with AP that I come up against. So we are on the opposite spawn, so we're going to go again to the right side, or we was just about to go to the right side, but if you look at the team, they are pretty much all going left. So instead of turning now, it's a slow tank. It's a really slow tank. So I'm just going to go forward and I'm going to take the next left. I'm not going to go on my own, because just look at the team. They are all going left, and look at the enemy team. They have 3 medium tanks and a light tank. If I start going on my own, I'm going to get absolutely ripped apart. So I'm not going to go on my own. I am going to sort of change my direction and come this way instead. And considering we have started capping A, the enemy are not here, I'm kind of guessing that they are around that area. So now they are capping B. I have the MT25 behind me, and he's quite juicy for me because I am able to pen him with AP nice and easy. So if he just sits there as long as possible so I can deal this damage, we do manage to set him on fire. So we do manage to do 300 damage, and of course, because we've got no shots at the moment, I am going to go for that reload, which I always do. Not just this autoloader, I pretty much do it in any autoloader, that when I haven't got a shot, I go for the full magazine reload. So when I do finally have a target, I have more shells to play with. So they are all now flanking around, and I'm quite interested in this Jagdpanzer IV because his DPM is amazing, and you can see he's struggling to be able to penetrate him, but as soon as we switch to APCR, I mean, he becomes like butter. And just look at all this damage. We have 2 shells remaining. Can we clear him? Of course we can. We only need 1 magazine to clear a tier 6 tank, which is why when you're top tier in this thing, it is just so much fun. But when you're bottom tier, it's awful. It is absolutely awful. So now the enemy only have 4 tanks left alive. We're going to turn just to try and get this T-34-85. And again, we are on a roll. We got 5 or 6 shells remaining. We do manage to do the damage, and we don't manage to get the kill. And now I am a little bit scared of the Panther, because as we know, the Panther has an armor buff, and I am going to struggle to be able to penetrate the frontally of that tank. As you can see, look, but as soon as we switch to APCR, he does become very weak, and we can just deal 10 shots. We don't need the 10 shots, but the best thing about this, and especially when you are top tier, you fire once, and especially the mediums, when you shoot and they think that that's it, they then become exposed, and then you can start either going for the track, and they then just thinking, what the hell is happening? Especially as there's still a lot of people that don't know that this tank has 10 shells in its magazine, so it does put a few people off, and they then start thinking, like, when you're shooting 10 shells at it, they're just thinking, is this ever going to end? But it's going to end for the team here. We do manage to pick up 2 kills. We block quite a lot of damage. I mean, 765, which is respectable. And we do finish on 2,400 damage. Unfortunately, I would have loved to get an ace, but I'm going to have to deal with a first class. A first class using a tier 5 gun, even though we are top tier, is still a pretty good job. If you haven't played this tank with the autoloader, go play it. It is fun, but bear in mind, it does also suck. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With